So I thought I'd show sort of how I'm doing this. A couple of problems that I ran into was, see that tin right there, when I was shoving this tin up, it was hitting that. So what I did is took those magnets, those black magnets right there, and I am pre-lifting the tin just by shoving this in there. And that spaces it up enough to where when I shove this tin that way, it doesn't, I'm sorry about the drunk camera work. It doesn't become a problem. So once I get it over here, and I'll show you how I do that in just a second, I just lift this and get it over this first rib here, just like that. Okay, and then I come down the ladder. A lot of ladder climbing, and I come down here and just big old gust of wind just about took my tin. Oh. So you can see this isn't even with that, and it stopped. So now I gotta come back over here. And shove this back over ever so gently. Okay. And now I can try and pull. I'm gonna set this down. Just a second. Oh. Something. Ah, there it is. I didn't quite lift that tin enough. Okay, that is over that. Okay. So now I've just about got this even, and I've got it past this over here. Let's get it. And I'm just pulling up every little bit that I can. You know, if I had a second person down there, it'd be a lot easier. All right, so that, again, if I had two people, I could have somebody push while I was moving that around. Okay, so now back down here, I'm gonna push this up, move this over. All right, now I've come to my second obstruction, which is for one, my magnets are in the way now, so I'm gonna have to lift up and pull out my magnets. Okay. Ooh. Not like that. All right, so now those are out of the way. Now I've got to get it past this right here. So once I do that, and what I can do actually Sorry, this is kind of tough to do with one hand. Let's see here. I'm gonna slide that under there. Come on out. And that under there. I need one more. Look at that. And again, I am sorry for the camera work, but let's see if I can slide that. There we go. So I've got these spaced to where now I can slide that in. So I never said it's fun to do stuff by yourself, but you can get quite a bit accomplished. So now I've just got to get that even. Okay. Like so. Oh, a little too far. Okay. So there's that. Now I've got to go take my magnets out. And like I said, the way I was moving these, and this just shows you anything can be a tool. My tarp building, I had a bunch of 2x4s that I'd frame some stuff up with. So what I'm doing is I'm getting that tin, and I laid these two rails down to where it gives it something to sort of slide across. I am getting it up to here and pushing it up on here, so I can get it up there basically most of the way. And then what do I do with it? Oh, take this 2x4 here, and I'll grab a rib like this and shove over to the side, and I'll have to, you know, shove this side and then shove that side and shove this side and shove that side and just work my way over. And as I'm sliding, it tries to slide down. So then I'll have to walk back out here, take that same 2x4 and shove it back up on there, and then come back in here and keep shoving it over. So this is my 4th or 5th panel, but I've essentially got a roof started for the most part. I did miss some of my holes. Oh, there it is. As you can see on the first one, I've got a screw there, and look at there, there's a screw right up there. So I'm gonna have to come back and patch through here, but what I ended up figuring out is taking a tape measure up here. I'll measure from the tin that's already there down to my first one, and then I'll do that all the way across, and I just kept doing that, and essentially that gave me exactly what I needed. So now they're for the most part uniform until I pull an idiot move and do the wrong measurement. So anyway, I've got this here just as a temporary support for now, just to hold this middle part up a little bit better, just in case. I don't know if I need it, but what's it gonna hurt? But yeah, so this has been 2 evenings after work and half a Saturday. Most of my day today has been running around looking for material, eating lunch with a buddy of mine. These screws at Lowe's, took a bunch of different Lowe's, whatever you call it, the plural of Lowe's, to find. I had one 400 count box, and I ran every one of them out literally used the very last one on the last part of this. So it takes a whole bunch of them for the roof. So I went ahead and got 2 boxes. Hopefully that'll do me for the roof. And then I'm going to start working on the sides. So the biggest thing I'm trying to accomplish right now is just getting the roof on this thing. That'll at least get this out of the weather. And I'll eventually frame some of this other stuff in. I'll probably make this a door of some kind to come in. I'll just wall that part in, I think. So hopefully here shortly, well, you know what? I may not wall that in because I think I'm going to come this way. So I've got, I think, 2 pieces of 21 foot of that gray. And I'm hoping it'll be enough to finish like the top part of this, so then I can come down. So I'm going to have a part, one of these that comes over and then up. That'll give me something to screw to over here. And I'll put 10 up there. All the way to there, I've got to cut these stubs off too. I probably should have done that before I put the roof up, but it started feeling like rain. So at least right now, once I button this last piece up, maybe 1 more piece, well, 3 more pieces will get me to where I was. And I won't have to worry about rain so much. Let's see, where's the little flippy-do thing? Oh, I can't turn the camera back. Either way, I've got a little headlight that I bought off the internet that actually works out really good for this stuff. So even in the dark, I can walk around and do what I need to do, which is really nice. So like I said, this just proves where there's a will, there's a way. There was a crew of several guys that came out here to install the building when that part of my building when I first got it put in, and it took them 2 days to do it. I've done this in basically 2 days by myself. So like I said, you can get a lot done if you're just willing to think outside the box. You know, that's a mechanics thing. That's a 2x4 that I'm using for all kinds of stuff. You know, you end up using everything at your disposal. It's just a matter of looking at what you've got available. It's just like these magnets that I'm using for wedges. You use whatever is there. Anything can be a tool. If it accomplishes the goal, it's a tool and it does the job. So, you know, just use your imagination and you can get a lot done. So anyway, you guys have a good night. I'm gonna keep putting the roof up. Goodbye.